It's 4 a.m. and I've been staring at your name for 20 minutes, maybe that. It's too much time to think before you say the thing that 4 a.m. demands today. 4 a.m. confession, what the tired say. 4 a.m. confession, truth comes out this way. The filter's all went offline hours back. 4 a.m. confession, I want you back. By morning I'll deny the message sent. Blame the hour, claim I didn't quite mend. But right now at this lonely, honest hour, truth is all the darkness and the power. Send it, don't delete it this time. 4 a.m. truth is still truth past midnight. The room is dark except the phone glow light. Your picture shining softly in the night. And every unsent message in my chest feels heavier the longer it's suppressed. I type your name, then backspace it again. Like somehow silence helps the pain. But loneliness gets louder after 2. And every road inside my head leads you. 4 a.m. confession, no hiding anymore. 4 a.m. confession, knocking at your door. I spent all day pretending I moved on, but midnight proved me wrong. The city outside barely makes a sound, just empty streets and thoughts spinning around. And somehow in the quiet I can hear every little thing I miss about you near. The way you'd answer half asleep at night, your tired voice saying it's alright. The way you made the darkness feel less deep, like love itself was helping me to breathe. Now all I have are conversations saved, tiny little ghosts I never erased. And every sentence pulls me back again to where we were before the bitter end. I know that morning changes how we feel, makes nighttime honesty seem less real. But maybe exhaustion strips away disguise and lets the truest version finally rise. 4 a.m. confession, what the lonely do. 4 a.m. confession, still in love with you. No alcohol, no party, no excuse, just me with nothing left to lose. I wonder if you're also still awake, staring at the ceiling while hearts break. Maybe holding back the same reply, maybe missing me but scared to try. Because daylight turns us into pride, makes vulnerable hearts run and hide. But nighttime pulls the walls down one by one, until there's nowhere left to run. So here I am, thumb shaking over send. One small message could change everything again. I remember every late night call we had, every dream, every fear, every laugh. How somehow after midnight we'd become more honest than we were beneath the sun. You knew the parts of me I couldn't say, the darkness I kept locked away. And now at 4 a.m. they all return alongside every bridge we let burn. 4 a.m. confession, I still check your page. 4 a.m. confession, I still feel your shape inside the empty side of this old bed, inside every thought inside my head. The hardest part about this out at night is knowing maybe you were right. Maybe loving us was never safe. Maybe timing turned us into fate. I still want us strong. And if you feel even half the way I do, then maybe midnight still belongs to two. I learned a second language just for you. The dialect of silence as you use the vocabulary of your hands, the grammar only my love understands. Second language learned from only you. Second language I only speak with you. Fluent in the things you never say. Second language keeps a distance at bay. I've forgotten how to speak it since you left. The language sits in me like something bereft. A tongue I learned completely for one soul that now has nowhere to go, a wasted hole. Speak to me in the language we made. Second language that will never fade. You taught me how your breathing changed at night, when something heavy sat behind your eyes. How quiet for you never really meant calm. Sometimes silence was an alarm, and I knew every version of your sighs. The tired ones, the hurt ones, the disguised. The tiny pause before you'd say I'm fine, that always meant the opposite in time. Second language built from looks and touch. Second language missing you too much. No dictionary could explain the way your fingers asked me please just stay. Love creates strange fluencies between two people living in the in-between, where eye contact becomes complete paragraphs and little smiles become aftermaths. I could read your mood from how you closed the door, the speed of footsteps on the floor, the angle that you dropped your keys, the kind of quiet carried in your speech. And you knew me too, without a sound. Could feel anxiety before it drowned me completely underneath the skin. Before I even let the panic in, we translated each other naturally, like two halves of the same frequency. No effort, no explaining needed there, just instinct sharpened into care. Second language now nobody else can hear. Second language still echoing here. And sometimes I still answer in that tone before remembering I'm alone. I tried explaining this to someone new, how certain loves rewrite your view of communication entirely, until intimacy becomes telepathy. But they just smiled politely, unaware of what it's like when someone learns your air, your rhythms, every hidden cue, the secret ways of loving you. I miss the smallest phrases we designed, the stupid little words that over time turned into meanings only we could know. Private worlds nobody else could hold, like how you'd squeeze my hand twice in the dark to say I love you without remark. touch your shoulder passing by, to ask if you were doing alright. Second language spoken softly in bed. Second language living inside my head. No accent sounded sweeter than your name inside the language that we made. And now the tragedy is not just lost, but all the fluency it cost, an entire emotion it caused, with nowhere now to come from, because you can't speak our language with the rest. No one else knows how it's dressed. No one hears the meanings hidden underneath the pauses buried in my teeth. So pieces of me slowly go unused, like abandoned words without their muse. A vocabulary built for one heart only, now existing quietly and lonely. Speak to me one more time that way, like we still understand everything we couldn't say. I think that's why breakups feel so strange. Not just losing love, but losing range. Losing the person who could fully read every unfinished thought and need. Now I return to ordinary speech, words that never fully reach the depths of what I mean inside, or all the things I used to hide. But with you, language felt alive somehow, like every silence knew exactly how to carry tenderness across the room without needing to consume. Second language still fluent in my chest. Second language, the one I spoke best. And even if I never hear it again, and it shaped the way I understand, love isn't only touch or history. Sometimes it's shared fluency, two souls inventing ways to say I know you deeper every day. I learned a second language just for you, and maybe part of me still speaks it too. Quietly into empty midnight air, hoping somewhere you still hear. In the daylight I perform the right responses, the appropriate reactions and the stances. But when the lights go off, the real me wakes, the one who feels deeply and who breaks. I smile on cue, I play the role, hide every crack inside my soul, move through crowded rooms unseen, like a polished version of a dream. But underneath the quiet mask lives a heart too tired to act. And every night when shadows fall, I finally stop hiding it all. Only in the dark am I truly me. Only in the dark can I finally breathe. The daylight asks too much of who I am. Only in the dark I understand. Only in the dark I come alive again. My confessions live in spaces after midnight. My real feelings only come in fading light. The dark has always been my truest friend, the only place have to hide my love. Your life exists at a specific pitch that makes me twitch every single which way my ears are facing in a room. I could find you in the darkest tomb. The frequency of you is somewhere in my cells. The frequency of you is where my body dwells. I vibrate at your wavelength without trying to. The frequency of you, I'm tuned to you. Certain songs remind me of your tone. Certain silences remind me I'm alone. My whole nervous system coded for your sound. You are the frequency on which I'm found. Transmit to me, I'm always receiving. Your frequency is all I'm believing. Even in the static of the crowd, your voice cuts through the noise somehow. Like a lighthouse turning in the storm, pulling every part of me toward war. And every room becomes a searching game. My pulse reacting softly to your name, as if my body learned you by heart right from the start. The frequency of you lives under my skin. The frequency of you, that's the signal in. No matter where I wander, no matter what I do, the frequency of you keeps breaking through. I hear you in the hum of midnight trains, in rainy windows whispering your name. Vinyl crackle spinning through the dark, in every tiny electrical spark. And maybe love is simply learning sound, the one vibration where your soul feels found. A hidden rhythm underneath the air, telling me you're there. Sometimes I think my heart became a dial, turning slowly mile after mile, searching through the stations late at night, trying to lock onto your light. And when the world dissolves into white noise, you remain the clearest of all voices, the one signal I cannot undo, still leading me to you. The frequency of you moves beneath my bones. The frequency of you makes strangers feel like home. Every beat inside me answers back in tune. The frequency of you, like a distant moon. I remember sleeping on your chest, hearing rhythms put my mind to rest. Two heartbeats sinking in the dark, like separate songs becoming one spark. No words, no movement, nothing left to prove, only quiet waves between me and you. And in that silence I finally knew I was tuned to you. Transmit to me, even through the haze, I'll keep singing across the lonely days. No broken signal could erase the truth. The frequency of me still reaches for you. Maybe one day all the sounds will fade, city songs and promises we made, but somewhere deep beneath what disappears, your frequency will stay within my ears. A permanent vibration in my soul, the missing piece that somehow makes me whole. And every lonely echo drifting through still sounds like you. The frequency of you, soft and true. Every part of me still tuned to you. exactly what I was getting into. Read every warning sign that pointed to the same conclusion every time before, and walked right through the same old open door. Favorite mistake, the one I make again. Favorite mistake, and I can't say when I'll learn my lesson, probably never will. Favorite mistake, I love you still. Some errors are so beautiful they earn the repetition, not because we don't learn, but because learning doesn't change the one. My favorite mistake will always haunt. Make it again one more glorious time. Favorite mistakes are the most sublime. You had disaster written in your eyes, the kind of love that's brilliant then dies, the kind that burns too fast, too bright, and leaves smoke hanging in the night. And still I move towards you anyway, like something in me needed flames, more than peace, more than control, more than the safety of my soul. Favorite mistake, dancing through my veins. Favorite mistake, returning like rain. I know exactly how the story ends, and still I do it all again. My friends all saw it way before I did, or maybe I just never hid the fact I wanted what would hurt, because pain at least proved love at worth. Stable love always felt too quiet somehow, too careful to figure it out. But you arrived like crashing weather systems, and suddenly I felt alive within them. You kissed me like a beautiful collapse, like every second had to last, like we were running out of time before we'd even started right. Favorite mistake, the sweetest kind of fall. Favorite mistake, still worth it all. Some people ruin you so beautifully, you almost think the tragedy. I think some hearts are built this way, drawn toward storms instead of safe. Not because we love the pain itself, but because intensity feels like health. You made every nerve inside me wake, every ordinary moment shake. Coffee tasted stronger, mornings burned, every song suddenly had words. And maybe that's why leaving hurt so much, because after a love like us, everything normal feels too dim, like silence after violence. I knew you couldn't really stay, knew eventually you'd fade, knew your chaos would outrun anything steady we'd become. But no, it never changed. Desire, logic lose against fire, and hearts don't care what minds conclude. They run toward what feels true. Favorite mistake, still echoing at night. Favorite mistake, wrong but feeling right. And every scar still carries little traces of your fingerprints in certain places. I remember every reckless drive, every conversation after 5, every time we swore we'd stop, then ended up back where we got lost. We were addiction dressed as romance, two lonely people taking chances, pretending chemistry could save the cracks we carried every day. And maybe it was doomed from the start, but doomed things still can shape a heart, still teach it how to fully burn before it's forced to learn that some loves aren't built to survive, they're built to make you feel alive for one impossible season bright, before disappearing into night. Make it again, even knowing the cause. Some mistakes become sacred once they're lost. Now when I hear your name somewhere, I still feel electricity there. Not enough to pull me back again, but enough to remember then how alive I felt beside your flame, even while slowly being changed into someone soft, a stranger too, by surviving loving you. Favorite mistake, my beautifully reckless choice. Favorite favorite mistake still living in my voice. And maybe someday I'll finally let you go, but tonight your ghost still glows. People talk about regret like shame, like every wound should teach restraint. But honestly, if loving you was wrong, then wrongness wrote my favorite song. Because not every lesson has to heal. Some are valuable because they're real, because they cracked you open wide and showed you what lived inside. I knew exactly what I was getting into, every red flag, every clue, and still I chose your dangerous light over another lonely night. Favorite mistake, the one I'd still replay. Favorite mistake, if I had one more day, because some hearts would rather break in two than never feel a love like you. I've been holding on so tight, my knuckles white, gripping at the ghost of what felt right. But nothing is the thing I'm holding now, and still my hands won't open somehow. Holding on to nothing, like it's something, still holding on to nothing. That peculiar skill of loving what is left and left no trace. Holding on to nothing, taking up the space. The hardest thing is opening the hand, releasing what you never quite had planned, to let become the thing you let it be. Gone and finally set yourself free. Open your hands, let the nothing go. Something real can only come when you let go. I kept carrying memories like proof that what we had was still the truth, as if replaying every word and glance could somehow resurrect the chance. But absence grows lighter over time, until you're really holding only mind, only echoes dressed in your old clothes, only versions of someone no longer close. Holding on to nothing still exhausted me. Holding on to nothing felt strangely like loyalty, like pain was the final thread we shared. So I kept suffering just to feel you there. I didn't realize grief can harden to become identity attached to you. A habit of returning every night to old wounds dressed as candlelight. I knew your favorite ways to leave a room, the scent you carried like perfume, the rhythm of your tired sighs. But none of that meant you were still mine, and that's the part I couldn't face. Memory isn't presence, love remembered isn't love alive, and ghosts don't truly stay beside. Still my hands refused release, because letting go felt like defeat, like if I stopped reaching for your name, then none of us had been the same. Holding on to nothing turned my heart to stone. Holding on to nothing left me standing still alone, and every closed fist blocked the light from touching me at night. I think humans fear emptiness so much, we'd rather cling to fading touch than sit alone with open palms, waiting quietly for calm. Because emptiness feels terrifying first, like thirst without knowing if rain works. But maybe empty hands are not a curse. Maybe there where healing starts at first. You can't receive with fists closed tight, can't hold tomorrow while gripping last night, can't grow around the things that leave if you refuse to ever grieve. So slowly now I'm learning how to loosen every finger down. Not violently, not all at once, but enough to trust the months, enough to stop checking your page, enough to let memory age, enough to hear our song somewhere without collapsing in despair. Holding on to nothing finally wore me thin. Holding on to nothing would never bring you in, and loving someone shouldn't mean disappearing slowly in between. I look at my hands differently now, at all the things they've carried somehow. People, promises, broken years, invisible weights and hidden fears. No wonder they tremble when relaxed. They've spent too long attached to losses they were never meant to hold past their natural end. Open your hands, feel the air return, heal and start softly when fingers uncurl. Some nights I still close them tight around old versions of your light, out of instinct more than need, like muscle memory after grief. But then I breathe and let it pass, watch the moment fade at last, and realize the world still moves even after love removes. Birds still sing outside my room, morning still arrives too soon, coffee still grows warm in cups, life still quietly shows up. And maybe that's what letting go becomes, not forgetting where you're from, not pretending nothing hurt, but no longer making pain your church. Holding on to nothing kept me from myself. Holding on to nothing was its own kind of hell. And maybe empty hands are not alone. Maybe they're finally ready to hold home. I don't think love appears complete. It settles somewhere underneath, becomes softer, less demanding over years, less so more atmosphere. You'll always live in certain songs, in midnight roads and autumn storms, but no longer like a chain around my chest, more like a chapter laid to rest. Open your hands, the ghost is gone now. You survived the leaving, you can survive this too somehow. I've been holding on so tight my knuckles white to something no longer alive. But tonight, for the first time in a while, my hands are opening slowly, and it almost feels like freedom. I understand now everything you said, back when the words were easy and ahead of me. I wasn't ready then to hear what only makes complete sense from right here. Too much too late, my most recurring sin. Too much too late, I let the time run thin. Now fate. The right feeling wrapped in wrong date. Hey, oh, this love arrived exactly when it has no door to knock on anymore again. Tell them now, don't wait for clarity. Too much, too late is a tragedy. You try to hand me truths with gentle hands, but I was busy making other plans. Too focused on the fear inside my chest to recognize your love was honestly the best. And now I replay conversations slow, hearing meanings I refuse to know. Every warning, every quiet plea finally becoming clear to me. Too much, too late, the pattern of my life. Too much, too late, I only see in hindsight. And wisdom always seems to arrive right after something beautiful has died. I used to think maturity would come like sudden lightning from above, but mostly it arrives through loss and ache, through realizing your mistakes. Now I understand why you got tired, why loving me felt uninspired. Not because your feelings disappeared, but because mine never fully appeared. At least not in the ways you needed then. I loved you late and deep and hidden. By the time my walls began to break, you'd already learned to walk away. The cruelest thing about becoming wise is seeing clearly after goodbye. Seeing exactly what you should have done when there was still time left to run. Too much, too late, sitting heavy in my throat. Too much, too late, every unsent note. Now every realization cuts right through. Because I can't bring it back to you, I finally learned how to communicate, how not to turn love into delay, how vulnerability isn't weak, how silence hurts more than speaking. But all these lessons bloom too far ahead, after the garden already dead, after the person who deserved them most became another ghost. Sometimes I wanna call you just to say you were right in every way. Not because I need you back again, but because you deserve better than you deserve the version of me now, the one who finally learned how to stay instead of disappear in fear, to speak before the ending nears. And God, it hurts becoming someone good right after losing what you should have understood. Like growth itself arrived delayed, built from the wreckage that I made. Too much, too late for fixing what collapsed. Too much, too late for outrunning the past, but maybe not too late to become someone better than who I was from. I think that's the hidden grief and change, not just becoming rearranged, but realizing certain people pay the price for lessons finally made. You taught me things you'll never get to see, living fully now inside of me. And every healed part of my heart still carries your fingerprints in the dark. Now when someone tries to love me near, I recognize the things I fear, the instinct to retreat and close, the habits that almost froze my soul. And because of you I fight them now, even if I still don't know exactly how. Because losing you finally revealed what avoiding love before fear steals the chance. Don't wait for perfect timing or better circumstance, because someday you'll wake up like me, holding clarity, too late to speak, with a heart full of everything unsaid, and no safe place left to send it instead. Too much, too late, still echoes every night. Too much, too late, a wisdom earned through light that came only after everything went dark and left regret engraved inside the heart. I understand now everything you meant, every word had every ounce of intent. And if I could go back, I swear I'd choose to hear you before having you to lose. Cigarette and rain, cigarette and rain. Window fog from cigarette and cold, watching rain turn everything to gold. Your jacket's on the chair beside the door. I don't know what we're waiting anymore. The city's drowning in the night, streetlights blur beneath the light, and every drop against the glass feels like a memory that won't pass. You sit quiet across the room, wrapped inside the smoke and gloom, and I can feel the ending near. Nobody tells you what this really costs. The sleep, the self, the things you haven't crossed off any list because they're part of you, now rearranged around the shape of two. What love cost is everything you had. What love cost, the good, the great, the bad, pay it anyway, it's worth the price. What love costs, worth every sacrifice. It costs your independence in your sleep, your solitude, your right to cheaply keep yourself entirely for yourself alone. Love costs you the luxury of the known. Pay it all, don't negotiate. Love costs everything, that's what makes it great. Nobody mentions how your habits change, how suddenly your whole internal landscape rearranges, how another person's sadness ruins your day, how their joy can take your breath away. Love charges interest on your time, turns ordinary hours into intertwined plans, become negotiations slowly made. Every future now a thing you both must shape. What love costs is comfort with control. What love costs is portions of your soul. You hand them over willingly somehow and pray they're gentle with them now. It costs the easy selfishness of youth, the freedom of avoiding truth, because loving someone deeply means you cannot hide forever in between. It costs your pride most of all, the willingness to let walls fall, to say I need you without shame, to risk rejection anyway. And God, it costs your peace sometimes, those late night spirals in your mind, wondering if you're loved enough, or if your heart became too much. What love costs is vulnerability. What love costs is certainty, because once somebody matters this intensely, fear moves in eventually. You start noticing dangerous things, like how one text can change everything, how silence suddenly has weight, how waiting by a phone can rearrange your state. Love costs sleep in the beginning too, staying up talking until 2, learning someone's history by heart, like studying sacred forms of art. And later it costs sleep again, when things begin to bend, when distance settles in the room and you feel endings coming soon. Nobody warns you love can make the strongest person shake, can turn logic into dust, can make survival feel like trust. What love costs is never staying untouched. What love costs is maybe caring too much, but numbness costs far more than pain. At least love leaves you changed. I used to think freedom meant staying alone, keeping every inch of myself my own, but loneliness has a hidden fee. It costs the chance to truly be seen deeply. Love interrupts your isolation, breaks your carefully built foundation, asks you to include another pulse inside decisions and results. It costs your old identity too, the person you were before they knew you, because real love always rearranges shape, even when it doesn't stay. And heartbreak adds another bill, a final payment lingering still. The grief, the memories, the empty room, the slow relearning how to move. But strangely, even after all the wreck, most hearts would still sign every check, because the cost itself reveals how profoundly something feels. What love costs is the illusion you'll stay safe. What love costs is every defense you make, and maybe that's exactly why it changes every life. I think that's why people run sometimes, not because the love isn't right, but because the price feels terrifyingly real to someone unused to being fully revealed. Because love eventually asks for truth, not performance, not polished proof, just honesty in trembling form, standing there through every storm. And some people can't afford that yet, not emotionally equipped, so they leave while feelings still survive, rather than fully arrive. What love costs is being known completely. What love costs is letting someone see deeply the broken, frightened, hidden parts you spend years protecting in the dark. And if you're lucky, they stay near, gentle with your fear, building shelter from the weight. Two people choosing vulnerability over escape, pay it all every sleepless night, every trembling moment, every impossible fight. Because one real love can justify 1,000 lonely nights survived. One person understanding your soul can make the damage worth the toll. And yes, sometimes love leaves scars, sometimes it collapses hard, sometimes the ending empties you until you barely make it through. But even then, beneath the ache, most hearts still wouldn't trade the chance to once have felt that flame burning through their name. Nobody tells you what this really costs, because language struggles with the loss and the beauty, both existing side by side, inside the risk of being alive. What love costs is everything you are. What love costs leaves permanent marks, but maybe the point was never staying safe. Maybe the point was loving anyway. Cuts too deep, like a promise we couldn't keep. Painted perfect, cracked inside. Truth was something you would hide. Built it up just to let go. Something I will never know. All the lines you made me see weren't as real as they could be. Now the silence feels so loud, lost inside this broken sound. Door still open, cold light broken, footsteps gone, but the room stays on. The air in here feels cold and thin, Where does all the silence begin? Just a vacant side where you once stayed. Midnight rhythm starts to fade. Every corner knows your name. Nothing here feels quite the same. Shadows moving through the blue, like they still belong to you. I trace your outline on the wall. No one answers when I call. Ghost of you in every breath. Perfume hanging in what's left. I'm dancing in the wake you made. Through the colors that slowly fade. Moving through this dark alone. In a house that's not a home. I'm dancing where your echo stays. Lost inside these empty days. Every room still holds your tone. In a house that's not a home. Keys are waiting by the door, but you live here nevermore. Every beat a heavy sound of a love I never found. Tried to quiet every ache, still I feel the space you take. Morning comes but nothing moves, only all these missing truths. Slow the tempo, let it breathe. Never thought that you would leave. Just a pulse, a hollow drum, waiting for the light to come. I'm dancing in the wake you made. Through the colors that slowly fade. Moving through this dark alone. In a house that's not a home. I'm dancing where your echo stays. Lost inside these empty days. Every room still holds your tone. In a house that's not a home. Wake you made. Where'd you go? Silence grows, fading slow. Right here, feels so brand new. I voted every time